Was that intro kind of creepy? That's kind of what I was going for, was creepy. So I just got back from grappling for about 2 hours. We go for about 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off. And I'm really, oh man, jumped in the shower and it's like falling into the ring of fire. Hello, Johnny Cash. And so that's just a warning that I'm very fatigued, and this might actually take a little bit longer than usual. We should stay pretty focused though, because today you're gonna learn one of my greatest failings in my whole life. Oh, I know, exciting, right? Well, it's exciting for me, man, because up until 2 days ago, like all 20 years of my life, and however many days it is until about 2 days ago, I didn't know anything about this. And once again, it came from this book right here. Difference here, though, is that it wasn't just affirming what I was doing right, it actually confronted me and told me, dude, you're doing something really, really wrong, and it's messing up your life. So I'm going to borrow a page out of the book of that book. That analogy actually works really well here, and start with a story. So a man went to the doctor and he said, "Doctor, my eyes, they no longer see." The doctor, he said, "Oh, heck, that's terrible. I don't know what to do. Go to the optometrist." I went to the optometrist and he said, "Oh, optometrist, my eyes." Story time is fun. Anyway, so he told him that his eyes weren't working anymore, and the optometrist took off his glasses and said, "Oh, well, these are great. These are great glasses. Here, use these. They have served me faithfully for the past 5 years. And 11 months. The guy kind of looks at him like, okay. He puts them on and he's like, "I can't see anything. Like, this doesn't help at all. In fact, it makes it worse." And the optometrist is like, "Come on, man. Those things are excellent. They make my vision like, wow. You know, for 5 years I've used those and they've never failed once." For all of you non-optometrists out there, wow is, it's between 2020 and like 2030. But the guy's like, "My eyes are not being helped by these spectacles." Well, just try harder, man. I mean, they're great. I've used those things for 5 years. You must be doing something wrong. "Mr. Optometrist, I'm not trying to make you upset. I can't do what you're asking me to do. I gave you the glasses off my face, and you're telling me that they're no good. Get out of here." Alright, so that dragged a little bit, but it was fun. The point of this story is that so often when somebody tells us something, our first thought is to compare it to what we've already been through. What this does is it creates a mythical situation where their lives are transposed onto our lives. And solving any problems in that mythical situation is about as helpful as like fishing in a puddle. You know, there's no fish in there. It was the puddle wasn't even there yesterday. How would there be any fish? And yet I'm going to call myself out as the most heinous offender of this principle. And the only way to help somebody in a situation in their own life is to get out of your own. Get into theirs. Because if you're not in theirs, you don't know what's going on, and you can't help. And I'll tell you right now that continually trying to help people solve their problems while still living in my own situation and not theirs resulted in me making one of the greatest mistakes I've ever made in my life. All I want to do here is present this problem to you, show you how important it really is, and let you figure out how it has played out in your own life and how you're going to fix that. Questions, feel free to ask. My email is on the right. Boom! Question of the week. Last week we talked about your circle of influence and how it should be the same size and cover the same area as your circle of concern. The actual things that you care about should be the things that you can do things about. I actually got a lot of really interesting responses. Really good stuff. Thoughtful comments, but I want to address this idea of wanting to continually try to fix things. Like, it didn't work this way, so I'm going to try it this way, and if that doesn't work, well then I'll try it that way, and you know, it's like, either way, I gotta get this fixed, because it's really bad. And really trying to get into that mindset of, like, this is so important that I can't rest until this is fixed. And really trying to feel that situation, I get the impression that you're trying to do the job of two people. And honestly, I feel like this ties in really well with the blog today. Because if you're finding yourself unable to connect with that person that you're supposed to be working with on this problem, it may be because you're not listening. Now, I might be fishing in the puddle here, and I apologize if I am. If I was just totally wrong on there, please shoot me a message or comment or anything. But do evaluate your life and see if that is kind of what's going on. The new question of the week is actually a story time for you. I want to hear about the times that you felt this kind of lack of listening on your part really screw up your life. Or if you've got a time when you did listen or the other person listened, it just totally improved the situation. I want to hear about that too. And as always, remember, if there's anyone out there in your life that needs help making a decision in real estate, I need practice with my listening. Send them to me and I will take care of them. And did you know it's supposed to be getting warm this week? All the way up to like 30. I'll see you next week.